Hello? Why are you here? I already ended the cube. This is pre-recorded footage. I pre-recorded this before I blew it all up so that I could play it in the next episode and end it. So I don't know why you're here. The cube is over. I already told you that last episode. I'm not doing it anymore. So, I mean, you can just click out. It's over. I mean, like right now. Sorry. Alright, so this clip is dated January 11th. No, but really, guys, welcome back to another episode of The Cube. As I said yesterday, we are going to be doing a Q&A caving session today. I've selected some comments out of the millions of comments on last episode's video. Out of all of them, maybe only a fraction were actually questions, because the rest were just how awesome my April Fool's prank was and how it got them and how they were fooled by it and how I'm the best in the world at what I do because I made people cry and their emotions were tearing apart and I was like, yes! And then stuttering. And then there were those boring people who were like, Grazer, you suck. You didn't get me on this one. And then I'm sitting here crying. You turn the tides, then I'm crying. You gotta admit, it was pretty cool April Fool's joke. Anyways, in other news, Patrick Cologne has worked on his sand shack a bit, which is what I wanted to showcase here at Spawn. Yeah. He told me that he wanted to be... Oh, hold on a second. Yeah. Tomahawk worked on the melon shack a bit, and... only one stack of melons so far. I think his melon shop is pretty devalued now, I guess, because if you were not aware, I'm going to go to the Enderman shop real quick. And I don't want to do this intro too long because Q&A caving sessions usually go on. Who's filling this up? Who's doing this? I'm not doing this, and I asked H about it. He's not doing it either. Who is doing this? And no one's paying. I have no idea who's doing this, guys. Not a clue. But whoever's doing it, congrats. Keep it up. I love you for it. Come forth. I want to shout you out. I want to give you the shout out you deserve for filling it up. And let people know you're doing it. Because I don't know who's doing it. I really don't. So anyways, yeah, can't keep the intro too long because it is going to go on for a bit with the Q&A caving sessions. They tend to go overboard as I answer the questions. I also got to find a cave, so that's going to take some time. And I'm recording this like 2 hours before it goes up, as per usual. So, yeah, because I'm a very organized person with that aspect. I thought my video settings were down. I don't know why it's a bit crunchy for me right now. I'm not rendering anything. But if we head to the chicken shack, Doll made some fixes. I don't know if I showed this before. Or she did make some fixes. I don't know what happened now. It was fixed. I took chicken from here, I swear. Interesting. What happens if I have no idea what this does anymore. This has become such a complicated mess. Sorry for the mess. You better be dull. No, I'm just kidding. Quickie, did grape come on in the recent week to refill? No. Did he clarify? No. Didn't say in the same transaction yet. Man, look at this White House. It's all blown up. Just kidding. So I want to announce further plans with the elections. It looks as though H-Bomb or whoever, I know Biani told me that he wants to lay a break on the White House for a bit. I don't know if he's mentioned that in his videos yet, but that's why he's working on the PvP arena. So in the meantime, we are waiting on someone else, preferably H, which Biani has recommended. So, well, H doesn't know this yet, but secretly, we want him to do the interior so we can get those elections going, and then we can get the PvP things going, and then I'll lay you guys a date as to when it will all come forth and happen. Yes! And Pizzeria, I won't be working on that today, so no progress will be made. But now I'm going to go find a cave to go and head and do this caving session in, and I will see you guys once I have. I'm going to head north because out of all the directions, I think north has been the least explored with regards to habitats and such. I think the only house I've seen this way so far is Devon's, and I think Parker lives over this way as well. So maybe 2 out of the 18 members on the server actually come over here. What is that? Oh, I didn't know it did that. I just noticed that it shows the block details now. And we're in the same snapshot that I've been in for the last 2 weeks, so I'm just slow. Yeah, I'm going to go find a cave, though, so I'll be back. Alright guys, so here's what we're going to do. I am in kind of a crater in a savanna now. It's raining, but the rain doesn't hit me because I'm cool and I'm in a dry land. I've only got so much food. We're not going to do a Q&A caving session specifically, actually. I've started a staircase over here. But what I have is I have a set list of questions that I can use. Probably some of them won't be answered just for the sake of time. And this episode, I don't want it to be like 2 hours long, so I'll only answer some of them to the point where I'm satisfied with the length of the episode. Also, the reason I'm not going to do a Q&A caving session is because I found out that caves are pretty hard to find, so I want to staircase a bit. Rather, we're going to do kind of a staircasing down, see if we can find anything, and if not, explore the biomes around here kind of dealio, because everyone likes a bit of exploring every once in a while, and I have not been out here yet. I'm like the opposite of where my home is. I went the complete opposite way. I went north and then west. So I went to where Devin lived, and then I turned west, basically. And here I am. So I'm going to see if I can staircase down anything. I hear a bat. That might be a good sign. But this crater, it led into here. Wouldn't you think that there would be some sort of cave down here? But it looks to be that that is false. Interesting. It just leads directly down to bedrock. We're at Y24 now. Oop-de-doo. I gotta be careful because I'm only in full iron, so I could lose all my stuff if I fall in the lava. Anyways, let's get on to the first question. So the first question, let me get my paper. Woo! Professional with my paper, aren't I? Comes from NicheBroad23, and he asks, or she asks, I'm not gonna know if it's a girl or a boy based on the username, so I apologize. Are you going to do a 200,000 subscriber special? And probably not, to be honest. I don't really do specials. If you're a long-time sub, you'll know that. Didn't do anything really for anything, so probably will continue that way. Basically, I'm not very good at specials, and why try if I know that what I can produce as one will probably not be that good. So yeah, don't expect one. It'll probably not be a special. Unless I can come up with something. There's something new on the block that's kind of hip, then I can probably come up with that. Other than that, no. Next question. I have to look down a lot, so sorry if I kind of sound weird. I'm going to move my mic closer to me. Next question comes from Captain Cheetos, and the question is, do you love me? Well, you know, it's kind of complicated. I'm not sure if I love you today, to be honest. Today, not so good. Maybe tomorrow, Captain Cheetos. Maybe tomorrow. And while we're exploring here and I'm answering questions, going to go ahead and try to find a cave, because why not? I've done this in my survival let's play before, actually, where I've, I think the mic's a bit too close to my face, I'm not liking that. Oh, where I've kind of went exploring and answered questions, so this isn't new to me, but last time I did caving session, so we're heading in the direction where X is going upwards in the negative, so that's good. This is the biggest desert ever, by the way, and I'm going to go ahead and use my last ender pearl and get out of here. Go up a bit. There we go. Is that a structure right there? No, that's not a structure. Okay. Alright, next question comes from Nadia Amanula. Sorry if I don't get it right. I have a question. You know how you said that you don't own servers, but you didn't. You used to own the Cube. That is right. We are currently on my single-player world because, remember, I blew Cube up, so Cube doesn't exist anymore. So I did used to own Cube, but now I don't own any servers at all. Next question comes from Mia Slater, and the question is, if you couldn't make videos of YouTube, what would you be doing today? That's weird. That's a weird one because I honestly do not know. YouTube's always been a hobby for me, to be honest. Like I do it and then I'm on the computer for like other stuff, like playing games. I'm not always doing YouTube, so I'd probably just be playing games, I guess. I'm kind of a computer type guy. Like I was on the computer way before I even got started into YouTube, just playing other games and stuff. So YouTube was kind of just like this thing where I was like, well, what if I can play the games and show it to others? And then it worked out, so yeah. Woo, welcome to the club. Next question comes from Jet the Nerd, and the question is, what if you named the blocks in the block display? Maybe that would keep them from disappearing. You know, that's a great idea. I would definitely do that if the cube still existed. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll probably try that, see if naming the blocks will actually help. I'm surprised nobody else suggested that. Maybe that will work. I'm pretty sure you can rename blocks, right? With an anvil? I'm not sure, though. I'm not positive. Alright, time to flip the page because there's only like 4 questions per page. I'm so professional with this. Alright, come here, spider. I'm trying to look for a cave at the same time as I'm doing this, by the way, just letting you guys know. So don't discount, yeah, that's the word, like account, discount, the whole idea of a Q&A caving session yet, because I'm still trying to find one. But it is getting late, so I'm limited on time. You guys all know me, I hate pre-recording, so I always record things at the last minute. We got some new stones here, which means this has not been explored prior to 1.8, so that's a good sign. This looks like some area where no one would have explored for a while, actually. Ah, lots of new stone. Interesting. Next question comes from Frog Sambob 8. In your opinion, what's the best modded version of Minecraft? Hold on a second. Oh, I got all those questions wrong. My format was wrong. Sorry, guys. The first question came from Captain, and then the second one came from Nadia. The third one came from Mia. And the fourth one came from Jet the Nerd. And the fifth one came from Don Murr. My bad. That was my bad. I read it wrong. I copy and pasted a comment that wasn't supposed to be at the top there. So that's what happened, because I was wondering why the name was at the bottom here. Frog Sambomb asked, in your opinion, what's the best modded version of Minecraft? Well, as you all know, I've never really been into mods. I think the only mod I've really ever played up to this point is Pixelmon. And I still enjoy vanilla a lot more, so I'm not really sure what the best modded is. But I know there's some very, very played ones today, so I assume those ones are pretty good, like Attack of the B-Team and all that. But I don't watch any, so I wouldn't know. So I don't know. I've never played or watched any. I'm not the person you want to ask for that question. Next question comes from Aaron O'Leary, and the question is, what are the chances a Cube SMP world download will ever be released? Long time from now, when we start a new season of the Cube, which is when the new terrain update comes, we will probably release a world download. Warning, it'll probably be a few gigs in size because of all the stuff we've actually done on the Cube. So keep that in mind. Why is it raining in a desert? Because we're at a beach, that is why, Grazer. Let's get into that desert a bit more. Come on now, there we go. We're in the desert a bit more. Hey, a spider jockey. Hey, buddy. What's up? What is up, man? I love how his pose for a second after he comes off. Yeah, so that's when the Cube SMP World download will be released. A lot of you have been asking me why I don't release one beforehand, and that's just because I don't want people to like spoil land and like tell Cube members where things are. It's better if we all figure that out on our own. That's part of what makes the Cube fun and cool. Next question comes from Lindsay Price, and the question is, who is the oldest and youngest members on the Cube? I think you mean who are the oldest and youngest members on the Cube, and that's pretty easy to answer for the youngest. I think, and don't quote me on this, I think it's Tomahawk at 15. It might be Dull. I'm not sure how old Dull is, though. Don't quote me on this. I really don't know. It's either Tomahawk or Dull. I don't think anybody's younger than that, right? No. Dull's gonna yell at me if she's like 16 or something. I seriously can't remember Dull's age. It's Tomahawk or Dull, and the oldest is John, I think. I don't know how old Stacy is, though, so I don't know. Can't really answer that question. One of them, probably. The next question is Finemph, and by the way, John's 27. Finemph 2, and the question is, what made you want to start Minecraft videos? Pat Clone, Cube member, 2.5 years ago got me into the game, and I was like, cool. And I was like, you know what? I'm wanting to make videos on this game, and I just started uploading and clicked upload on the video on the YouTube. Are we gonna reach land anytime soon, or is this a huge ocean? Because if it is, we might have to cut here. But I'll answer a few more questions before we do, of course. Next question comes from Jared Smith, and the question is, Grazer, why would you do this prank? You went overboard. I literally had tears streaming down my face. How would you see H and Biani? Your special connection with them would be gone. I hate you. Why would you go so overboard? I hate you. I know, man. I'm so sorry I had to end the Cube. I don't know what got to me, man. Feeling, my heart, my brain, they all told me the server's gotta go. So, sorry you were crying. Here we got land. Perfect. Good thing I decided to wait. Next question comes from Squid Plays MC, and the question is, Grazer, have you ever been arrested or nearly arrested? Referencing Biani with cough coughs in stars. Wow, I got glitched back a bit with that boat, and I'm hitting some FPS lag here. No, never. Actually, yeah. It's not that I've been nearly arrested at all. It's that I was involved with the cops once, or actually twice. When I was younger, I was in my room, and I called 911 because I had heard from my parents that it was a number that I shouldn't call. So, you know, being the curious person that I am, I wanted to call it. So I gave it a call, and I heard this old man come on the phone, and I hung up. And then like 5 minutes later, maybe even less, I kid you not, there was a cop car on the street next, or right in front of our house. And we almost got a ticket. I almost got my parents a ticket. And I don't know how much the ticket would have been worth, how much they would have had to pay, but that was close. And then the second time, back a few years ago when I was in like, I can't remember. It was a long time ago, like maybe... I can't remember how many years ago, but I was in a young grade, like grade 5 or 6. I had this war going on with other kids at the school, and we would like meet at like this kind of ravine after school, and I was like the evil guy, and they were like the heroes, and they were stupid one day. For some reason, they decided to bring knives to threaten us off because they would build forts in this ravine, and we would come and destroy them like bullies. It was funny. It was all this big game, and they bring knives one day. And one of the people I was friends with had a very overprotective mother who called the cops. And the cops came and interrogated us about the situation, but that was it. We didn't get a ticket or anything. That's as far as it went. So, very cool. I forgot about that. Good thing you brought that up. I've never told that story before. Next question comes from... oh, I don't know who this came from. The name's blurred out. Is it lagging on the cube? Okay, no, it's not. Apologies, I don't know who this is from. If it's from you, I am so sorry. It's on my paper, it like blurred out or something, so you can blame my printer. It looks like we're gonna have to go in across the ocean though. So we will do that. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So let's put the crafting table down and put this up. Whoop! And I see squids. Yeah, this looks like it was just an island and that's it. Sadly, there were probably caves there, but I don't care. The question is, why are you private? I don't know, just by choice. When is Modded Cube coming out? Modded Cube, I talked about that a while back. Plans have kind of been delayed with that lately, have kind of been put on hold, but it should come. I wanted to make sure you guys knew that the idea was in the air that it would come soon, and you know, most of you are okay with it. Some of you were like, no, because people will go on the other server and stop coming on Cube, and we'll get all sad because SMP will be stopping. People these days. And the last one is, what inspired you to do the cube? Well, pretty much everyone I hang out with wanted to do an SMP, so I was like, I don't know how well people would like it on my channel, and I did it, and then everyone loved it, so I'm at episode 71 now. Cube's always SMP is something I've always wanted to do anyways, because I'm a big fan of the Minecraft server. I watch them a ton, so that's something that I've wanted to do. SMP just is so fun, where you get to do your survival let's play basically, but on a server with others. It's great. I love it. And I would, oh my gosh, I think we're generating new terrain here, guys, to be honest. That's why we're getting those frames. But to be honest, yeah, probably the most fun thing I've done in Minecraft so far is the cube. And Hunger Games is pretty fun too when you get in some good PvP actions. Battles. Next question comes from Camry XX over Twitter. I've moved on to Twitter here because most people in the comment section of my YouTube video were commenting about the April Fool's prank and not necessarily the fact that I was doing a Q&A caving session, so questions were lacking, which is okay. I expected it. So over Twitter, now we're switching. If you could only record with one other YouTuber for the rest of your career, who would it be and why? This is a hard decision. It would be between 4 people. And it's not just because I like these people the best, it's just because I think these people I commentate well with the best and the most. So it'd be H-Bomb, Biani, it would be also Tibbsy or John. And Grape would come a close. He would be in the top 5 if I had a top 5. It's just I don't record with Grape enough to know whether or not I'm as good with him as I am with others, but he's certainly a very, very fun guy to record with, but his job very much lacks him the time to record with me a lot of the time, so that's unfortunate, but it would be out of those 4. And if I had to narrow it down to 1, it would probably be between Biani or John. I can't pick, honestly. I say Biani and John, but that's just because I talk with them. No, Out of the 4, I talk to most of them pretty much all the time. It would probably... John would certainly be one of them. Yeah, I'd say John. And the reason I say that is because I talk to him the most out of everyone. And he's very, very cool. And we have very good chemistry with one another. But Tibbsy, H, and Biani are also so... That's a hard question. I can't answer that. And we're generating new chunks here, guys. Next question. Paula Chavero. Favorite Disney movie? I haven't watched a Disney movie in like 4 years, probably. Unless there was a Disney movie I watched that was like real life, but can't remember. We are generating a lot of new chunks here, by the way. Oh, we got land. The last Disney movie I watched was, or that I know of, I'm not a big movie guy at all, was WALL-E. That came out like, what, 7 years ago? I don't know, it's very old. I think 7 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. It was a long time ago that WALL-E came out. It's about this robot. Hey, I'm a robot too. Coincidence? I think not. Is the cube lagging? No, it's not. The boat didn't break. No, I don't have a favorite Disney movie, to be honest. We'll see what they can do with Star Wars, because I'm a big Star Wars fan, and they are taking over that franchise and releasing their first film come 2016, I believe. So watch out for that, and that will probably be my favorite Disney movie, assuming they do everything right with the series. Next question comes from Torilli MC. The question is, what is your favorite pizza topping? This is a pretty easy question to answer. My favorite pizza topping is, of course, pepperoni. I'm not a big fan of... Or bacon. Yeah, it'd be pepperoni. Second would be bacon. Not a very big fan of the veggie combo on pizza. Or I'm not a big fan of mixing bacon and pepperoni together. It would have to be cheese, plain pepperoni, or plain bacon. That's all I would eat. I'm very picky when it comes to my pizza. What is this? That looks like an ice spikes made out of sand in the water over there. That is very cool. You know what? I'm running out of wood, so I should probably stop breaking my boats. Something I should stop doing. And leaving my crafting tables behind. Let's grab that. Get rid of the chicken. We got enough chicken. Where that came from? What? Oh, okay. So there's something wrong with boats right now. Can't use it for some reason. Interesting. Let's try logging. There we go. So logging worked. What was the question? Yeah, I'm very picky about pizza. Just looks like these are random sand spikes in the water. Doesn't look like much. We're traveling a lot of ocean for this one. Next question is from Melipona Melissa. Hope I said that right. What kind of career do you plan on doing other than YouTube? Well, as I said earlier, YouTube's a hobby. Career-wise, I've never chosen. Like, you know, if you're at that point now where you're about to be able to choose your career and you know what you're going to do, you're so lucky. Because I actually have no idea what I want to be when I grow older. Absolutely no idea. It's one of those things where it's like I've been so attached to the computer for so long, I haven't really gotten out to really experience anything I might want to do. And because of that, I have no idea what I want to do. Whoa, apparently the boat glitched and it hit the land over here. That's what I see. Okay, cube is not lagging. I've checked that like 7 times today. Too much ocean, man. Too much ocean. Next question comes from Potato Butts. What's Cube Season 2? So I think I answered one that said when's Cube Season 2, but this one is different. It is what is. Basically, it's the restart of the server back from scratch when the new terrain update comes. It's like a new season of UHC. Once a UHC ends, like a month later, we do a new season, everything restarts, and everyone has another chance at winning. Basically the same with Cube. We reset the map, get a new seed, and we rebuild everything again. Well, we don't rebuild everything again, we build new things, like new projects and stuff. So that's what it would be. Next question comes from Taylor Lexus, and the question is, who is your favorite YouTuber? This is a pretty easy one. My favorite YouTuber is probably Ethos Lab, if you haven't heard of him. He used to be in my box for a while until my box got too big with people, so had to delete him so it wouldn't shuffle. I hate it when my box shuffles. It drives me crazy. I like it ordered chronologically. I don't even know what that word is. I'll just say this. I like it ordered by sub count. Makes my brain better. I don't know why I'm like that. I'm a very organized person like that. It's got to be perfect. A Parker. Hey. So yeah, my favorite YouTuber is in fact Etho. So go check him out if you haven't already. Next question comes from Grazer10 in the house. Comes from Samusinesuros1. Are you lefty or righty? Okay, I don't know if any of you know this about me, but you know it about me now, so go write it in your fanfics or whatever. I am left-handed. I am not a right-hand person. I know, I am a left-hand person. Like, I use my left hand. My parents used to tell me I was able to write with both my hands at once when I was younger, and we finally find a good cave as we're wrapping up questions here. Wow, this is actually a pretty decent cave here. Does it go down any further, or is that it? I think that might be it, to be honest. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, so my parents used to tell me when I was younger that I was able to write with both my hands. But when I try that now, I'm still able to write with my right hand, but it just doesn't look nearly as good. I mean, I can do it well, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It just, it doesn't look good at all. And I bet you a lot of you are like that as well. I don't know what I was born with, if that's some sort of illness or something, but I was able to write fine when I was younger with both hands, apparently, and when one of my hands got injured, I could just substitute it in for the other hand. That's what I've been told. I don't remember any of this, of course, because I was, like, 5, so it was a long time ago. And Joey Eldridge asks, when was the last time you cried? Alright, well, I think this is going to be the last question for this episode, to be honest, guys. It might have been a shorter Q&A than I anticipated. I haven't actually looked at the final time of the episode yet, but I did fly through these questions pretty quickly. I thought I would have enough questions to last me an episode, but we will see in the long run. But, the last time I cried, I only ever cry when I get injured. Like, even Biani has told me this before. I don't know what it is about me, but I don't, like, really get sad at things. I only get sad, like, I get sad, like, I don't know how to put it. He went so far once as to call me emotionless. Like, if you hang around me, you'll know that I just don't feel that many emotions for many things. I'm weird that way. Like, I don't get upset over anything, which is why, of course, people make fun of me, and I don't care, because I don't know, my brain works in a way where I see the bigger value of things. It's like, so what if these people make fun of me, you know? Doesn't really make a difference. And other things as well. I've just never gotten upset over things or sad over things. Yeah, I think the last time I cried was when I got an injury. I've never gotten really mad at anybody. When I'm mad or when I'm sad, it's very rare, and I usually do not express it over the internet or with friends. I do it in private. And I just get all my anger out there with like one of those balls that you squeeze, and then it's over. That's it. And it doesn't happen often. Anything else I can answer to that question? When's the last time you cried? So I did answer that question, but I wouldn't go so far as to call me emotionless, just that I have less of a, or sorry, I have more of a tolerance for a lot of things than most people, according to people I hang out with, of course. I'm not saying this just because I want to look cool. That's just according to other people I hang out with. Like, apparently I do not react very upset to things or mad at things either. We didn't really get much done in this episode. I wanted to get a lot more done. I wanted to actually find a cave, but that didn't happen. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up the questions. I actually went through all the list. Didn't think it would take that fast to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. The cube is around to stay. Do not worry, everyone. And I will see you guys all again next time. Remember to leave a rating if you did enjoy. And I will see you, of course, for the cube in 2 days. Or tomorrow, depending on if there's a mini game or not. But guaranteed in 2 days, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I will see you next time. Goodbye. And I am 5,000 blocks out after that journey. So excited and looking forward to going back where I was. But we did see some good sights, I would say. We'll end the episode off here in front of this mountain.